Caught me while I was fixing my hair there. Oh, come on. How have you been doing? Oh. Well, I'll get myself in the mood. It might be a slightly lower effort one, but there is going to be... God, I always forget how long this art is. But...
Shiny Charjarbug _ welcomed everyone to the pantry party.
Hey, got the name right. Let's get the music back in. So, there we go. 15, there we go. Yeah, I saw that. The funny thing is, I noticed it because of the trades we did in Scarlet Violet or Home. I forget which one. But I was like, I recognize the gizmo, and that's a shiny Charjarbug. I connected the dots. Welcome there, I guess. Also, anyone watching the VOD, if you want to join the Discord, whatever. We have updates today because also while working on video bits, I've worked on stuff. So, how do I explain it? There is an unbiased party in the Gaslight. So there is now a third player. And like, you can play Shiny Sounds, I can play Shiny Sounds. That's bad. I literally just started explaining anyway. So, okay. Consider this sort of who would be where do I want to place you? Yeah, the update is, imagine player 1 is me, so I get the Gaslight use with, where's my soundboard? There it is. I get the Gaslight use with a Shiny Sound. You in return get to Gaslight me with a Shiny Sound. That wasn't used, it was me obviously. There is also a third party that can play the Shiny Sound. And it won't just play the Shiny Sound. Yep, there we go. Exactly. I didn't even have to press a button. So there's you, me, and this mysterious third party that can do it. And can also scare the living daylight out of me with it. So, yep, that's the update pretty much. Other than that, I don't know if you spotted the start screen, but if I just glitch it over for a second. There you go, let it play through. Basically, I'm going to try and theme the start screen to whatever game we're playing. And just get like a nice little screenshot. And also, there's now handwriting for the starting soon bit. Just to keep it in line with the video that's coming, because that's like half an hour done at this point. So yeah, it just brings everything all in line, but branding wise. Yeah, I guess let's just crack on with it and just also see if the game's on. I should say the console's on. There we go. Here we are. Oh, my head is still aching a little bit, but I am sufficiently dozed up so it should get better. But yeah, let's just go through it. Otherwise, I guess, what are the updates? Because I've got some, but not many to be fair. I have literally just been kind of... Yeah, the Discord alert is a little delayed. But I'm assuming you got like push notifications for Twitch, which is probably the smarter choice. Does that need pushing up for the camera a little bit? Just slightly off. And let's go straight back. But yeah, not much my end update-wise to say. Okay, I have been trying to go through the music for stuff like that. This is my chill playlist, and I just got jump scared by the freaking song. As it's music that is what, Cinnabar Island theme? Where are you? You need to move. Cinnabar, Cinnabar, Cinnabar. I love the song, just does not fit the vibe. Where is this? There are some people who don't pop onto Twitch who are in the Discord, so like some recent ones, like Faded was recent, and there's One Day popped in. There's a few people, but generally Raymond's Mind is Raymond's Mind. No one, I think, is just on Twitch. Ruby QT is Ruby Drunk QT, Majora Puppet. Generally, they are the same names for like who you'll recognize. Otherwise, there's some people that just come in from YouTube who aren't on Twitch. Because that has been, if anyone's ever given good advice, I can't find this song. I'm saying it, yeah. If anyone's ever given good advice, it's that streamers don't grow from Twitch, which is just ironic. I wonder if you could be Gizmo. Yeah, there are... Generally, they're the same. I think you are the only one that's got like a major difference in name. Open file location. Cut that out of there, and that can go in update. Sorry, I'm just updating playlists. I'm moving bits about. There we go. Okay. Yeah, generally you should be able to make sense of it in there. But also, like you saw, like if you ever need to get me, that's probably like the best place. Ooh, let's see what you have. How did I know you? Oh, that might have been when your app dropped off. Do you mean how did I know you were Gizmo in there instead? I guess Milo's come. Let's see if there's hopefully Cyndaquil one here. Yeah. The only way I knew you were from like when we did trades in Scarlet and Violet, or may have been in Home. And I saw like the nickname from you was Gizmo. So I kind of like had that in the back of my head. There's like some random thing that I noticed. And weird stuff like that seems to also stand out in my head. Unknown Gumi could be a good one. I guess I'll check that one along the way. Oh no, Rhyhorn is one. Ooh, also Petalil. Okay, I'll just hit that line. Did I press start on play? I didn't. I didn't press start on player 3. Because so between streams, I've been messing with a few. I just call them apps, like little Python things, that are bits of code to make streams fun. What I'm gonna call player 3, which came from a different idea, but I'm calling it player 3 for now. Just came from me watching streams while I've been working. I was like, ooh, that'd be fun. And I stopped editing the video. I was like, let's get this working. And then there was something else which is gonna annoy me. Oh, so from the AI streams, and I mentioned like the soundboard and that, which is obviously how I can play the sounds. We have extra sounds just in case AIs get out of hand. We can just kind of like, we can do some damage. We can give them pain. There's some extra sound on the soundboard, which is just fun. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. So it's all of those up that way. God, I need to remember controls. I'm definitely going to need to learn controls better, considering ZA is properly announced. I know I need to maybe close the chat for a second. Not for a second, but like I can see chat on screen, but like close the window when I'm looking at chat, because I've got it on screen here that I'm looking. So that might be a thing. But I wish I could just turn off certain notifications from the chat window, because there's still also some people that I can't see in chat. So I need to leave that open. Because that's the funny thing, through some of like the insanity driving VODs for the... I've just got to try and not look over there. Anyway, how's it going? Bit of a kind of still on time but off time Sunday stream. Still not feeling that. Oh, it was unknown in there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna check these instead. Yeah, not feeling 100%, but feeling better and dosed up.
He's cheating.
I'm trying not to, but cheating's just so tempting. Oh, also I have a streamer that is just not Pokemon. But will come at like none of these. I have a streamer idea that may come end of this month. Maybe even potentially just like as a I don't actually know when. But long and short, I hate my peripheral. Yeah. My peripheral is maybe too sensitive. Because I literally, like, maybe saw a little bit. Basically, when the sounds are played. Because I can see a bit of movement over there. Even, like, I can be looking straight at the screen like this, and it's off that far, which, for reference, like, from the front of me, that's 45. But also, you can kind of cheat, because I can kind of leave my mouse there, but you can kind of see, like, when my hand moves, and you got to guess if it's me playing the sound or not. But there's one that I won't be able to see, and we'll just have to completely guess. Because Ray doesn't know about player 3. Technically, player 3 hasn't went off. And when player 3 goes off, I will explain it. And there's a maximum time limit, which I know that much. But otherwise, it's kind of like, when I was testing it, it's anxiety simulator, and you'll kind of get it from from how I was testing it when I actually fully explained it. It's only cheat when I... Okay. It's only cheating when I do it, but that's the Gaslight use. We're both playing different games here. So basically we've got, so imagine I'm player 1 because, you know, I'm main character. You will not persuade me otherwise. And then player 2 is used in terms of like gaslighting. So I can gaslight you, you can gaslight me. But there is an unbiased party in this that is neither of us. That doesn't even care if it gaslights us, it's just gonna do it. Which I just thought was so funny. Exactly, I hate myself, so you don't have to. That stupid line, like that line that has evolved since the first video. Like someone latched on to the line. I was like, you know what, it was a funny line and I thought it was. I just writ it offhand. It's like, you know, because I hate myself. And then someone was like, ah, you hate yourself. I'm like, that's kind of too funny to just let go. And then, when was it? I think it was a Pokeball Plus video. It evolved to, I hate myself so you don't have to. I was like, let's just make it like a tagline. Mainly because it is a little bit of like, it's supposed to be torturous. Because for some reason, that is what tickles my brain. Imagine I found them. Like, I don't need Ral, it was just the only mass outbreak. I wonder if, like, is that... yeah, just in my handwriting font, like, really calligraphic? Or written in a very calligraphic way? I don't actually know what you'd call it. But in that very, like, swooshy handwriting sort of, like, font. I don't think I saw a move. Hey! That wasn't me. That wasn't news. Do you have... I know you meant Violet there, but that is just kind of funny. Like, do you have Violet? And my brain is filled in tendencies. I think... I may be, other than Ruby, the only one with both, or Ruby may only have one. Can't remember. Here, I think I'm the only one who has both. None of them. Okay, so what you just heard go off was player 3. You didn't play it. I didn't play it. An essential... Okay, I was looking at the chat there. That was cheating because I was actively looking at it. I will give you that one. But player 3, to fully explain what it is, considering it just went off. I have a timer that says last time it was played, which is how I know it went off, but it is also in a grey font on a grey background. So it doesn't actively stand out. But what it is, Fantasy Life, I feel like I have heard of Fantasy Life, it rings a bell. You can explain that while I keep explaining this. So, player 3, as I've been calling it, is basically, you know those videos that are like 10 hours of silence broken up by inserted sound here? I basically made an app that does that. And I can tell like volume it's played at so I can mimic like how the shiny sounds quieter, for instance. No worries. Oh, that's awesome. I've heard of it. I feel like I've seen that on the news cycle. Yeah, the app will, between a time period that I've set it, so I've set it to like currently between 1 and 20 minutes. That's a delay on it. So the minimum it can be, it will wait at least a minute, and if it gets to 20 minutes, it will play it regardless. That's a maximum delay. But also, anywhere in between there, it can play. So the moment I just press start, it will pick a random time and play it, which is... The video's coming along fairly well. I found a quicker way to do my editing in DaVinci, which is partly why it's taken a bit. Hey, welcome. Thank you for the follow, Croton. Yeah, because I'm learning DaVinci, where I primarily worked in like Premiere before, is why they've been taking a little longer. But it's about half an hour done, and I'm really like powering through. And while I'm doing it, I'm gonna try and stream at least once a week. Other than that, I think once I'm done, the streams will... Hi. The streams will pick up a little bit and probably not as much as when I did the Meloetta video, but will pick up a lot more commonly while I've got like no videos being edited. Yeah, back to also the other thing in like the sound playing app, like the Broken Silence app as I've been calling it. There is also a chance for the app to, rarely, but it's possible, play the sound multiple times in a row. And also, there is a chance for it to completely disregard the volume setting I've put on it. And play it, I think at the minute, I think I've got it set to like 200% volume, which is harder than you think it would be, because there are safety precautions in Python's code library, or like Pygame, which I'm using to play it, that limits it to 100%, and if you try and go over it, it's hard. So I have to get it to scale it to 200% before it actually plays through the failsafe. And how I was testing it. Yeah, because I was like, if we're going to do torture, we're going to do torture correctly. And how I was testing it was, I was just playing a game. I think I was playing through the Master Chief Collection. So I've just been, that's what I've been doing on the side when I need something specifically not Pokemon for a bit. Because surprisingly, just playing one game can get a lot, especially when it's one series. So, playing through the Master Chief Collection and just had it playing with like a jump scare sound. I think once was just like a stupidly loud scream, and one was like a sort of, oh, I know exactly what I'm thinking of, the name, the Inception like bass hit. They were 100% volume, and it was going off, I think I said it between like 1 and 5 minutes. So I'm going through like legendary Master Chief Collection missions whilst also being like super on edge for when this sound plays directly into my ears, really loud, and then also apprehensive of whether it's going to play that stupidly loud sound at 200% volume. And whether... This is also like back and forth, so every time it plays, it has a chance to scale the volume. So, that is how it works now. So it can play like if it chooses to play it twice, one can be normal, one can be loud. I learned I need to stop reading. Yeah, you're catching it when I'm like staring at it, which is terrible. Also, wait. I need to scale that down. By the way, you did just remind me for the sounds. Where's actions? Shiny sound. It's playing at 40%. But I feel like it needs to be more like 25. 20? Because your one seems very loud and kind of obvious. There we go. Your one's a bit more convincing. I just leveled you up. But yeah, testing the app, and I realized very quickly that, oh, if it plays multiple times, every time it plays, if it chooses for it to be loud, all the repeats will also be loud. Which is terrible considering the first time I made it, the multiple plays were pretty common. And they could play up to like 5 times in a row. So I was deafened once by 5 stupidly loud sounds blasted in my ear. Hey, welcome back. Ray, you picked poor time, and Croton would have maybe got me there. But I looked over to read your message and saw Croton put it in. But nice try. Honestly, you're doing better than Ray usually does. Ray's still got to like get to grips with it. He's too nice of a person to gaslight. I think that's what we figured out. Where is the outbreak for here? It was Duskull. Duskull in the day is an odd one. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you quite haven't got the delay down. Or maybe you're like, I don't want to be mean, but I still want to take part, so I do it when he's on the menu. We'll never know. I choose to think the best of you. But Majora just ruined that. And so was Chargerbug for a bit. Chargerbugs took the worst lessons from Majora. The adverts, the shiny sound that you're getting scarily better with. I'm gonna... What's under me? Oh, Gasly. That the outbreak, really? Hey! Welcome, Baker. How have you been? How's things going? What's everyone been up to? I'm just curious, because I haven't been up to much. Like, let me live vicariously through you. How's everyone's weekend been, I guess? We are on Sunday. Everyone's preparing for... Yeah, you get there, you're like... So, Chargebug, I like to think of you as the... You're getting close to being a master, but you're like, still... Majora Master, you are the... What would be, like, not apprentice... Faded, you came in... You came in at a time exactly when there is a one that was here. It's over there. It's over there. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, Majora's a master, but I'm trying to... I think apprentice doesn't feel like the right kind of word for it. Okay. There's one here, so if I go... No, don't you dare. I know I can respawn you. Wait, can I? Don't tell me it's just gone. Do not tell me it's just gone. Okay, so... Wait. Oh, crap, yeah, I realized, like, we got... some in it who don't know what we're currently doing. So we did just lose a shiny Abra. Yeah, I'll go over the full list as we lament the loss of the first shiny. That was fairly quick, 26 minutes in, but a terrible one to get, and it reminds me to save before I come in. So we will actually go over that, and there's also stuff that I need to open up. So if you give me a minute to get that set up, we can go over it. I think so far there is like 3. Let me just come over here. File, open, no, it's not sketch. It is, how? Has it actually been that long since we've, it's been that long since I've done this. Sorry for the delay. Shiny Hisui, there we go. F11, tab, shift, J. So, to catch people up who have just come in, who are new here, we have so far, oh, wrong way. So far we're hunting all of these, every Hisuian form. And to catch...
resubscribed for 2 months, starting my streak.
Thanks so much for the resub, Maker. Happy 2 months, and here's looking forward to more. Just specifically Hisuian forms. And if I load this up, hopefully that's it. Is that showing right? The things are going. Yeah, so far we have a Rowlet for Hisuian Decidueye, a Voltorb, and a female Sneasel. We are going for forms, so that's why I've marked down female Sneasel. I'm not going for the whole land, so like I say, it's just a Hisuian form, so only the final evolutions of like Decidueye, Typhlosion, Samurott. That is also the reason why Gumi isn't in there. It's just Sliggoo and Goodra. Oh, God, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt here, Panay, but do you want these shiny S or not? Code 5698, 5698.
Oh, no worries. Interrupt as much as you want. But yeah, that is what we're doing now. And I know there are more here to be found. We have well, I say we've planned that. I talk about this briefly, but I now kind of don't want to talk about the end bit until we get there, because I have plans for that, and I also have graphics ready for that to go. But yeah, that's basically all caught up. Once I'm done with this video edit for Shiny Meloetta, and I can talk about that while I'm going to do this, I guess. Where is full screen check? There we go. Yeah. Once I'm done with the Shiny Meloetta edit, we're going to go hard on the hunting. I'm going to try and do it, like, if not every day, every other day. So, basically what I did for Meloetta. And I need to remember to... Oh, wait. Also, we can go for, like, some less sad music. We lost Abra. But pick the mood up, and I need to remember to save every time I land here. Also, because, I mean, we didn't have everyone here when the announcement was going on before. There we go. We haven't had adverts in a while. Yeah. I wouldn't have failed it, annoyingly, if I would have saved, is the thing. So I just made a stupid mistake and we lost it. Yeah, also you avoided the adverts. Just for anyone new who doesn't realise what we do here. I only have pre-roll ads on because that's the minimum I can do. And then people get to choose to play ads. So you get to hate them instead of me. I think from what I think Ruby pointed this out, maybe they don't always play. Like, there's a high chance, but you can get lucky and just not have them play. Oh yeah, majority that was something we hit before while I was trying to help Faded. They don't have NSO Online or Home Premium, which obviously isn't an issue most of the time, but for like doing online trades, it can be awkward. Yeah, that would make sense if you reloaded it. It doesn't. Oh, also, if anyone wants updates for behind the scenes on YouTube stuff, that is kind of me, but also everyone else. I did get speed trade. If those are ways to help people with speed trades, that would be interesting. Okay, if you figure that out, that would be nice to know, Faded, so I can help like you and other people in future for free. Or like who don't pay for premium. But yeah, for YouTube, like background stuff, I got a notification in my YouTube Studio app that there's updates to how ads are played on YouTube. Which obviously, if you've got premium, it doesn't make a difference. But what I had to opt out of, I don't know if this is the same song as the other time that was making me hear big shiny sounds. Okay, this is a song that was like gaslighting me. Yeah, it's probably easier if you're in Discord because you can like keep track of codes and stuff. Is that Ray? That was actually a great one. And you know what? You know what? Player 3 actually helped with that. Because I thought, initially, my brain said that was the Broken Silence app playing the sound. So I didn't even look. Also because chat was going, I wasn't looking. Like, it was just moving. That was perfect timing. You've learned a trick. If people are talking, I won't notice out the corner of my eye something moving over there. So, you know, just help me farm that engagement and just keep the chat moving, and then you might gaslight me better. Playing that long game. The mind games, that's how you farm engagement. You tell people they need to talk to punish you, and that helps you grow Twitch. It makes the chat look more busy on the YouTube video, so more people come to the streams. It's a long game. Definitely not something that I'm making up on the spot. Not even like a joke. Genuinely, that is why it worked. That, and like I said, the stupid thing I've got going that just plays it randomly. Which maybe... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's what I was. Oh my god, you threw me off that much. You kicked in ADHD brain, that just made me forget what I was talking about. So yeah, you might see more ads on videos in general for anyone who is monetized. Because I had to click to basically all of my videos. They said, oh, Vic, I will catch you. I'll catch you about it just because I love talking about it. But I'll finish this thought first. So the little... I don't want to look, but I have a guess that might be... I was right. Okay, Vader, that was a great one. That was actually timed well with Merca. You should know I'm a masochist at this point. Were you... Wait, actually no, Merca, were you here for any of the Melowaza stuff? Or, to be fair, you've seen all the other videos. Like, you should have some idea that this is just kind of like, for lack of a better term, my kink, I guess. It's what gets me off. Shut up, me, please. Don't give people stuff to clip. Or give people stuff to clip. Share those clips around. Oh yeah, I'll explain something that I did for fun in between streams as well. I'm gonna try and not go as weird as last time. We're not gonna talk about OnlyPans. Unless it's actually about cooking. Or pansensuals, that was it. We do get up to some weird stuff. Wait. I don't think so. Okay, they did another great one. It was right as the moving forward plan. Pause. Why are we pausing? Yeah, you're so lucky that I've still left that quite cheap. I say quite cheap, I've left it at the minimum of like 10 points. Which I'm thinking I'll probably, for the rest of this, leave it at 10. And then knock it up a little bit. What's that? No, it wasn't Haunter. No, that was... Okay. Okay, stop it. You're getting too good. I'm starting to not like this. This chat plus a randomly played app against me. Yeah, long and short. Finish off that thought before I explain the app again for Mecca. You might see more ads on YouTube videos that are placed. Not by the YouTubers themselves. I had to get it to not place mid-roll ads. More Pokeballs, just watch the stream. I think every now and again, I can't remember, I think it's a random time, but you'll see a little green thing that will give you extras. Otherwise, it's just watch the stream. That's how you get Pokeballs. But, okay, so Mega, the app. Imagine 10 hours of broken silence broken up by insert sound here. I basically made an app that does that for any sound that I give it. There is a chance for it to play between... Right now it's set between a minute and 20 minutes. Anywhere in there, it can play. So even I won't know when it plays. I just get to see when it was last played. So I know if it was played. There is also a chance for it to play multiple times in a row. And there is a... I think it's a 5% chance every time it plays to play at 200% volume, regardless of what I've got it set to, which right now is 25%. Because, you know, torturing myself is fun. You gotta love a bit of self-flagellation. Which is less perverted than it sounds. Didn't think of, like, flagellation. And, like, I've never thought how it sounded until I said it. Yeah, pretty much. Either baited or very terribly gaslighted by it playing multiple times in a row. Or just, like you said, deafened. But to explain why, like, this is fun for me and not just, like, content bait stuff. What I've been doing for fun outside of, like, editing and streams and Pokemon and stuff. Like I mentioned, I've been playing the Master Chief Collection. And I play that through with my friend on, like, normal as we're going through. And I'm replaying them when we're not playing together on Legendary difficulty, which is fine. People like playing. Normal people like playing those games on Legendary because it can be fun. Unless it's the earlier ones, they can legitimately be torture and have been torture. And it's currently torture where I'm up to because I'm playing through Halo 1. Also, what I've been doing with that is I have like a fork of basically the randomly playing sound app. where also it will randomly press a key, or I can set it like key combinations. And what I currently been doing with it is setting it so that in the Master Chief Collection you can obviously swap between, like, well, for Halo 1 and Halo 2 you can swap between the new graphics and the old graphics, where if you press, I think it's tab. So basically I set it to press tab between like an interval, and I've been setting this to a terribly short interval just because it's funnier, and also you weirdly get used to it. I think it's between like 10, no, might even be shorter. I think it's like 5 and 30 seconds. So I'm playing like constantly switching the graphics. I've also got it playing a sound just so I know whenever it kicks off, just in case it breaks. That, I've been nicer to myself. That sound isn't deafening. But that's what I've been doing for fun, playing them on Legendary while constantly swapping graphics. And on single player. Which, weirdly for Halo 2, we found out that it works just like if you have the Iron Skull on. So if you played Halo, you know the Iron Skull is like how do I explain it? When you get killed in Halo, obviously you respawn. But for Halo 2, if you get killed in multiplayer, you both have to go back to the last checkpoint instead of just respawning. Which in every other game, that is not how it works. That is like a separate skull. I genuinely don't know, because I wasn't feeling great at the start of the stream, but I did also have tablets, so I'm feeling better now. I guess it's just like either before it gets too late and people need to pop off for work, and then I just naturally like just end the stream there. But basically, I want to try and make some progress, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, I've not been... So, I don't know if I've explained this or not, but I haven't been feeling too well between streams and stuff, which is why I took a bit of an extended break off streams, as well as, like, editing the video and, like, scripting and recording stuff. So that took a while, but also it kind of lined up with me not feeling great. And annoyingly, and I hate how backwards this is, and it makes sense, but I just hate the fact that this is how it's been. I started to feel better, so we know, I've explained this multiple times, I have issues with my shoulders. They start to tense up, that gives me neck issues, and then neck issues give me headaches, and I end up like migraines if it gets really bad. So I've got to be careful with it. But I will try and, like, especially recently, I've been focusing on like not letting it get that bad. And I've actually had points of like multiple days where I've been feeling perfectly fine, and oh, I'm gonna have to go into a battle with her. You know what, let's change up the music a bit. Where are we? So how I'd explain it is I mean, this is how you can tell a beanbag. I literally have a massage gun right down next to me for when I'm beanbag. That was the app I don't want to use, wouldn't play it in a battle. That would have been really weird. Wait, where was I? Oh yeah, how I'd explain it, the phrase I used was, I felt normal. So, I was like, okay, I'm feeling normal, but there's still some like tension in my neck, so I got like the massage gun on. I was doing like heat treatments. They're so good. If anyone hasn't got them, would highly recommend them. But don't also do what I did, where, because I was feeling fine, I was going like a bit rougher with it. And imagine it's like when you go to the gym and you've done like a workout and your legs feel sore and that sort of thing. You got like your aches and pains. Imagine that, but then it ends up being in like your shoulders and your neck, and then I just end up with the headaches again, as if I've done a workout, but it's because my neck is also getting better. And I'm like, this is backwards, but I know long term it's gonna benefit. Alright, we're done with the battle. We can go back to chill. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been at. I've had like a couple of days of feeling normal and then back to pain again. But hopefully means I'm back 2 days of feeling normal again. Is where I was going with that whole thing. But also, like Ray said, if you don't have one, get one. They're amazing if you use them properly. And don't freaking brutalize the most sensitive part of your body. Or like one of the most sensitive parts of your body. But it has made me like do some like new habits, I guess. Where like, so when I've been like editing videos, and I've noticed this, like it is like my more relaxed pose. It's like I chill with like a leg up and just kind of like hug my leg when I'm trying to just like relax and chill and do stuff. And like while I've been editing, I've been doing that and leaning way back here and just like doing keyboard shortcuts to force myself into good posture. Like if you don't need to be leaning over a keyboard, I would highly recommend doing that, especially if like your circulation's a bit better. Like not like me, because this actually is good and bad for me, because this also cuts off circulation to my foot. So I can do this for maybe like 5-10 minutes, and then I get the foot tingles, and then I can't move for like 10 minutes afterwards. Oh, see, a reclining position obviously would be way better, and is why I've been tempted. So I have the double monitor set up here. Did that not register those? I was gonna say those Celio are not normally there. I've got the double monitor set up in front of me, but also, what's that? No, that one just spawned. That was the app. Hey, I love this. It's so funny. Why do I like my own pain? Shouldn't be this way. I want a third monitor kind of like up above them. So I can have like, say if I'm working, I can have 2 working monitors and 1 app. That is 1 app. God, I use so many apps. It's like default vocabulary. How many Celio outbreaks are there? Celio down there. Celio. Seal. Celio. Celio. Yeah, so that is kind of like how I want my setup to go. But basically like triple monitor with like 1 big monitor on the wall above the 2. So then I can just have like live streams that I'm watching, or whatever, YouTube videos, TV, whatever I need to watch. Just up on that. I can have it big, it won't be in the way, and then I can also like have like assets and resource on another screen and then be editing. Or like if I'm shiny hunting, I can have all my other stuff on a screen. Because what I did for hunting shaman, because I know something that puts people off shiny hunting if they want to like properly get into it and be able to like, because it's nice for storytelling, is people like counting the encounters for shiny hunts. And I get it. That is part of the fun of it, and I'll count shiny encounters. Sometimes I will be lazy with it. And just like, so say if I'm doing like Masuda hunts, or what was one I did recently? Shiny Alolan Raichu. That was my most recent one. I knew how many were in that batch that I was using for the trades, because I was doing it in Let's Go, so I could get it from Kanto. And then I'd like count afterwards. So I'd go like, add 200 if it was a failed batch. Or like when I found it, I'd add however many were before it. And the rainstorms ended. Perfect timing. Let's go back. Return to village. But what I did for Shaman was I had like an auto shiny counter, and I just had that also on my screen. And annoyingly, I'll have to connect a different hard drive. It's on this hard drive. It's on number 2 because it's a project that I want to work on, especially since the announcements for home. But basically, I had it look for a, I think Oshawott can be there. I had it look for a part of the screen that would always be the same. And for Shaman, it was like, Shaman appeared, it would look for that bit of text and then increment the counter for that. So it would like auto shiny count. So I still got to do the mindless way of hunting it while still having it count and having an accurate count as well. Which, have I told the story of how I found my shiny Alolan Raichu? Like the first one, because I have... I can get a boy. No, stop it. I want you in a Pokeball. I'm not trying to catch a tree. Shiny Electabuzz is so good. Shiny Elekid isn't great, and Shiny Electivire arguably isn't great, but I still like it just because I love Electivire. There we go, there we go. Run, 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 run. Hey, there we go. Okay, we have a Shiny this stream, and it's a Shiny I love. Electivire is one of my favorites. Also, that means in this, and I think specifically in this save, I've caught an Elekid and an Electabuzz. So I just need to find an Electivire and I've caught every version of the form. But we have one down. Not a form, but we've started what is hopefully a roll. So let's keep the mood up a bit. Actually, let's drop down and save at least. So we don't have to catch this again. And do we think I will find another one on this run? I think that was going to be as I was talking about a shiny that I got. That was an electric shiny type. Like, I think Raichu brought it to us. Yeah, I guess I'll recount the stupid Alolan Raichu setup or like situation that I ended up in purely for content creation reasons, because the way and the reason I was counting Raichu the way it was, like I was counting the batch afterwards, was because basically how I set it up. And Shiny Alolan Raichu from Let's Go is such a long setup. Like, I would not recommend it unless you want to do it specifically for none of those, but that would have been cool if I would have just straight got the form. Yeah, the setup for that is such a long setup. One, because you have to find so many Pikachu in the first place. And then to trade for the Raichu, you don't trade Pikachu, you need to trade Raichu for it. So you need to... There's no way to catch Raichu in the wild. You need to evolve enough Pikachu to trade for it. And obviously, if you want to get enough trades in a row, like, you can just leave it going because... Oh, none of those shiny? Because how I set it up, I could basically just leave my game spamming A and just going through all the trades consistently. So, you need to get... I think what I ended up getting was like 200 Thunderstones, which was just grinding out the league, which ended up getting a few Pokemon to level 100, at least. And again, would not recommend it. During doing that, I did find 2 Pikachu, so I have 2 shiny Pikachu, both male and female forms. Then I had 200 Raichu to trade. And the first one, I have the number on my phone somewhere because I kept track of it through a counter app on there. Just kept adding 200 each time until I found it. That was around like 1300. And annoyingly, when I found it, this was during a period of me like not feeling the best. So I was just like, I'll leave it going, I'll watch some TV, and I ended up like lying on the couch and just had like the Switch spamming A in the background. Obviously, the one time I fall asleep while it's going is the time that I end up finding the shiny. Which would be great. But I had no recordings or replays of it. I'm the idea for a short I've got requires me to have recordings of it, and yes, for the trades, like I could get other recordings of it, like following me around so you know it's man and stuff like that, but I also like to get original recordings for stuff like the trades. I could take that from other people's videos because it will be identical, but that also in my stupid brain doesn't feel authentic. So what I decided to do was take the rest of the Raichu that I didn't trade, because thankfully it was only like 30 odd into the trades before my Switch, I think, lost battery and went to sleep, and it was in that batch that I had the shiny show up, and none of those. So I went for a second Alolan Raichu, and luckily enough for me, after I got another like 100 Raichu to start trading, while I was editing, it was not even one batch of them gone through. Okay, that was half decent. It was only because I already saw like the Bronzor spawn in front of me. I was like, unless there's something that I can't see. That was decent. Especially because I was coming up to this. That's what I thought it could have been. But yeah, it was like while I was editing something, I just saw a Raichu with darker colours fly across the screen. After 105. So I've now just got a shiny Alolan Raichu that just gets to sit in my Let's Go save, follow me around like surfing in midair, which is really nice, and I also have the recording of it. But long and short, don't do that hunt, or if you do, don't try and make content of it. It's just torture. But the reason I wanted recordings of it, I don't know what it, I guess enjoy your sleep, I'm assuming. And I'll catch you in the next stream sometime next week, technically, hopefully. Have a good night. Yeah, the idea I've got for... Oh, none of those. The idea I've got for, like, it's just going to be a short, because I don't know whether I can make a whole video of it, or whether I really want to. Because I like my massive projects for, like, main channel videos. And this idea, I don't think has the legs for it. Or like whether I can make a fun enough story that I want to tell with a massive video. Wait, is it just further down here? Or have I passed it? So basically what I'm doing is I just didn't activate the Discord one. It's the shiny decks that I've been working on through the shorts that I'm just like trying to tell fun facts or stories with. So what I've usually been doing anyway. But obviously we also know I'm hunting forms as well. And turns out Pikachu has a few forms. Because, you know, series mascot and all. Ooh, also, do I want to add Electables to the team? Or I should say Electivire. I think I can make it straight an Electivire. What gender was it that I caught as well? I don't think there's a gender difference actually, so I don't think it matters. No, there isn't. It's male, female, shiny. But what one did I get? Catch, I guess. Because I didn't actually look. Anyway, Pikachu has a few forms, and I go through listing them, and you'll realise where it can get awkward. Because I've explained the whole Pichu thing before, where I'm going to have to go back to Leaf Green to get a shiny Pichu from Kanto. But there's one that could be an absolute pain to get. Any of them? Mylands, sure. And the absolute pain to get is a Pikachu, but it's from Ultra Sun and Moon. Because they basically broke a shiny lock. And I will explain how the shiny lock is broken once I've moved Pokemon around, because I do want electables in my team. I am also going to need electables generally to be in my shiny box. Why have I got a shiny Goomy in with all my others? You can go in there. Sorry, I'm just flush with shinies. They're just randomly in my boxes and I just forget they're there. All three of those, actually. Okay, how do I change the selector? Is it plus? Nope. I've literally... Oh, it's Y. Okay, just doing some box cleanup and then I'll explain the broken Pikachu shiny lock. That won't be anyone. That was the app. I was going to say, that would have been a very stupid one. And that could be one that could call someone out on for being stupid for doing... Well, in boxes. No, that wasn't another shiny that I showed in a box. I need to move. Let's move Electabuzz. And the clickbait shiny can go back in the box. And do I have Electarizers? They're not there. They are in here. I should have an Electarizer. Evolution items. There it is. Yeah, yeah. I played the save enough that it just made sense. Move one to Satchel. Other set of items. There we go. And there we go. Oh, I mean, I guess. We're going to get one of my favorite Pokemon. Have I not nicknamed God? I haven't nicknamed God. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh no, that was actually... You know what, I like that. Yeah, we decided on not evolving God, but for some reason I just never nicknamed him. Now, do we want... Oh, sorry, we nicknamed her. God is a woman. As the song goes. Do we want a specific name, or do we just want the classic... I mean, I say classic. It's going to be all capitals. If it's God. So, capital G-O-D, or do we want another name for it? I will let us decide. For now, it's going to be that. As I save. Because now we have Shiny Electabuzz. Which I'm so happy to have in this. I still want a Shiny Alpha Electabuzz, but that's going to be like a long-term hunt. Which, looping back to it. Explaining how you can Shiny hunt a rare Pikachu. That shouldn't be possible. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, there is a partner cat Pikachu that you can get from a QR code scan. And that QR code scan is supposed to be shiny locked, but they did it in a similar way to how they did Manaphy, which Manaphy's works kind of, people did still find ways to break it, but Manaphy's works basically in the way of, oh, that's just a massive memory, basically in the way of, it will check your current PID or like TID and SID and make sure its PID can't be shiny. It doesn't match them. And Manaphy's works because it only does that when the egg's generated and you can send it to other saves to get other ones that possibly could match. That's how that one works. But the partner cat Pikachu that you can get, you can do on a single save because they completely broke the whole thing by adding one extra step into how it's generated. Because basically, that Pikachu will not be shiny for your dual streaming. I've thought about it. It's one of those where I know the audience is on the main channel and I don't want to flood that with like live videos, and I know I can get that to not save. There is the option there, But honestly, it would then mean having like 2 chats open and only one would show on stream. So I'd then run into the issue of like I'd be talking to another chat. It would help the audience grow. I'm still in 2 minds basically is what I'm saying. Yes, I've thought, and I'm still not 100% convinced that I don't want to do it. I just have reasons for not wanting to jump into it straight away. Like I might want to let the audience like slowly grow first. Because YouTube does have like the potential for like massive growth if I just constantly put stuff out like that and constantly stream. So there are arguments both sides. I don't know, at some point I might try it. Maybe when okay, this is an idea because I kind of like the idea of like longer challenges. They're just going to be monotonous and boring. I'm just going to put it bluntly. I try and make them as entertaining as I can, but in my mind, the like behind it, it's still kind of like monotonous and boring. We're just looking around for shinies constantly, doing the same thing over and over again until it happens, or we're playing through games that we've all played before, blah, 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 blah. But let's say if we do stuff like the AI streams that I still want to do, like with AI Pokemon guiding me around and stuff like that. Maybe those kind of streams I might dual stream. Also, there's the platforms I'm using. I don't know delay-wise if they will add to Twitch, because I like the minimal delay we've got going now. Like, it's like 5 and 10 seconds, and I don't know if restreaming platforms will add to that. So that might just be... We'll do some test streams as well and see. All she got from that is like, it's a maybe. Because I'll say, just from like a viewer perspective as well, I like the community on Twitch, but YouTube's player is so much better, like without a shadow of a doubt. Being able to pause and rewind in the same player without having to do dodgy workaround methods, like going... So the way to do it on Twitch, which a lot of people don't actually realize, you can go to the channel page, go to videos and look at past broadcasts, and you can see what Twitch has from the broadcast so far saved. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like the audience is, like, potential is larger there because YouTube is a larger platform. Like, people are on there to watch videos, and also, like, it's just massive. Long and short. The only thing is the value of the engagement, I guess, is where I'm coming from chat-wise. Because the community on Twitch, I feel, is a lot better for like chat interaction. You can actually get a conversation going, but whenever I've been, so from a viewer perspective, like, you don't even need to be YouTuber or anything, content creator, whatever. Just when I've watched streams on YouTube, I don't feel like engaging in the chat, because from what I see in chat, it's all kind of like nonsensical. Partially because I don't know if this is true or if this is just me making stuff up in my head, but I feel like generally audiences are younger for like gaming stuff, but I feel like on average an audience will like be slightly older when it comes to Twitch. Again, could be completely wrong, and maybe like biases are shown through from like who I pay attention to in chat and how it comes off, like from what people say and how they present themselves, where generally on YouTube it feels like it's a younger audience, especially when it comes to like gaming content and things like that, which I feel like I was actually thinking about this mainly while I've been editing, and I've explained this a bit before, but I kind of like make my content similar to the thought process of like a good oh yeah, no, that's what I mean, like Oh, wait, basket up there. I was like, there's nothing useful. That's why I'm saying, like, on average, because they are going to be majority the same, but I feel like where the majority sit in that. So you're more likely to get more, like, it's going to skew older in the chat. Again, I always say I could be wrong with that. And I feel like I definitely have a bias of, like, who I pay attention to. But I also feel a bit weird. Like, this is where I don't necessarily want my nephews or that to watch my stuff, at least like my youngest nephew. Because I feel like my stuff isn't ideally catered to the youngest end of that audience. Because I will like do like a lot of innuendos and stuff to where you can be younger and still get value out of what I make and enjoy it. But if you are older, there is extra layers of stuff that will be funnier. Or, I say funny, getting very big-headed. Generally, when I'm writing stuff, I actually don't think it's all that funny. But, also, like, it's more facts-based. So, Vader, what he kind of means is, generally, where we sit age-wise for the people who are, like, usually here is somewhere between, like, I want to say 16 to 26 in like that 10-year age gap. I skew slightly older than that, and so does Ray. Where you skew closer to the younger end of that, like below that kind of like average age. It's not a bad thing. You are just that is your age. We're all here for the same reasons. But you're towards the younger side of it. Yeah. And if I can ever give good advice... yeah. If I can ever give good advice, never wish you are older. I will always give that to anyone who is younger than me. Never wish you are older, because, God, when you get older, does it get worse? Yeah, that is the one thing that unites us, is we are all kids. I am still a 28-year-old man who is like, when I have the money in my pocket, I do want to buy a life-size plush of Larvesta. Like, I want to buy a massive teddy at some point. Like, that is something that I never want to let go of. I always want to keep, like, that kid bit of my mind. Which is also why I think I'm now connecting dots. Like, we're going through therapy now. Sorry, excuse me. We're going through therapy, where I'm realizing part of the reason I like doing masochistic stuff is that kid bit in my brain where I just find the weirdest things funny that I can't explain. And weirdly for me, that just happened to be torturous things. Because I happened... Also, I don't think I look at myself as myself when I do stuff like this. I feel like it's weirdly kind of an out-of-body experience. The Great War. The Great War of Kalos that we're going to relive in CA. Is that what we're talking about now? The Great War where an old man ended it all with a massive weapon of mass destruction and then owns a hotel because there are no repercussions to mass genocide. Can we just let that settle in? Like, he just outlived everyone who was directly affected by what he did. Yeah. We have talked about this.
I know how to trade Pokemon on home.
Oh, nice. Yeah, if you figure that out, where would that go? That will be useful in the Discord. Yeah, we can figure that. I'll tell you what, we can try it out tomorrow and see if it works. I think after I end the stream tonight, we're pretty much, I'm going to be done in energy-wise. Because I can feel these tablets wearing off. going to be one of them, right? That's got a purple tongue. That doesn't look blue. I say purple tongue. Red tongue. Your tongue looks pink. God damn it, Faded. That was a good one. The great thing about that one was the fact that Haunter's shiny is so terrible. I had to double check that it wasn't one of those because it's right below me. But yeah, we've talked about those terrible purchases before. And also, one of my things I want to get, or like one of my driving forces. Yeah, Faded, you are scarily good at that. Oh, Spiritomb would have been a great one. One of the things is making sure I have enough spare money in my bank account to be able to pick up ZA and a Switch 2 on release date. Like, fully child things. Like, I'm not bothered about picking up a PS5 or like an Xbox Series. None of like the adult consoles. I'm bothered about picking up the Nintendo console. Partially because I do also have a PC that I use for other things. But and even then, the only things that I hate the multiple levels, and I feel like that was player 3. Wait. No, oh god damn it, Faded. That was another one. That was done weirdly well. Yeah, no, same here. As soon as I can pre-order it, it's getting pre-ordered. Yeah, quick success as well. Like, solid choices for when you did those. Yeah, pre-ordering them as soon as I can. Also, I think you can sign up for when they're announcing them, or like when it's put up for sale. On Pokemon's site, they might be giving away like Sitting Cutie plushes with ZA releases, if I remember rightly. And you can sign up for like emails when that goes up. Which I would highly recommend. Any of the good pre-orders, you definitely should like just get in there as soon as you can. Because I missed out on the Arceus one with the little Arceus ball that held games. Yeah, that is priority for me at the minute, is making sure they are. I have enough money for those. That I am doubtful of, because it's got so many forms as is. If I'm just being completely honest. Oh my god, Zygarde, like, we've got complete. Okay. No, that's a good point. You partially because my brain went somewhere stupid with it. Rather than Zygarde complete form, we have complete, but what about perfect form? Like, you can collect them all, but what if the Gundam form isn't its perfect one? What if that's just them all collected together? That's the only way I can see them doing a new form, because they've got cells, cores, 10%, 50%, and complete, which is like 100%. But if they give it a perfect form, which it's already so overpowered, or maybe perfect, and okay, this is why you don't let my mind run, because it goes a mile a minute, and some of the ideas I can actually convince myself are decent. What if Zygarde got a Mega? Because it's not out of the realm for legendaries to get Megas or equivalent to Megas. I think I actually... Oh, Faded. I saw that move. I was glancing the chat at the wrong time for you. I'm so sorry. Because obviously the closest we've got... Actually, no, we've literally got Megas, like Mega Rayquaza. That was a legendary Mega. That was already a powerful legendary that got a Mega. And then obviously, on the other hand, we had like Primal Groudon and Kyogre. Yeah, it feels right for the game as well. That's why like my brain convinced itself, yeah, that could be a possibility. And they could do it under the guise of like, its mega form is its perfect form. Okay. This is where I shouldn't poo-poo ideas immediately. Just based off initial reaction. I should go, but what if? Which is a good lesson for life. Don't immediately shoot down ideas. The legend, yeah. The legend's a gimmick. It's a box legendary. That sounded very loud. That was player 3. Player 3 is also very loud. Let's turn that down to like 15 for player 3. That one wasn't. That one was my app. It says time last played 25 seconds ago. That's kind of why I put in it, just in case I'm curious. I give myself time to look around. No. Faded, you may have come in after I explained it as well, or like I may have just missed it because of an ad or something. I have an app that randomly plays sound, so if I don't do it and you don't do it, it may do it. Otherwise, if not and everything else, it's the game. Which just makes this more fun for everyone. The rainstorm ended? That was a short rainstorm. Okay, that was poor timing. Maybe next time. Yeah, what I'm curious... Okay, to go back to ZA a bit. I am curious what they're going to do with AZ's Floette, because that has been prominently in the marketing so far. Coronet's Rowlet, so I'll go here. Yeah, I'll go there. How many shinies for the challenge? 3. For in general, I think maybe like 8. Yeah, and AZ's Floette, I'm curious how it's going to tie in to the whole thing. Yeah, no, nothing's changed so far. Nothing towards the challenge. Other than finding shiny Electivire. Eventually, I am going to go on like specific hunts. But now, I'm keeping it very general just because I like hunting Arceus. As a whole. It's just a fun game to hunt in because you never know what you're going to find. I do need another Voltorb for another Voltorb or an Electrode. They are still on the list. And the Ultra Ball. I love me a good Ultra Ball. Yeah, as I need to find shinies more specifically, like when the list dwindles down, I'm going to start doing specific hunts, which is when the method that I always forget the name of. Yeah, which I don't think it was one of these. Ooh. That was almost, because it was as I took off, but I thought I already spawned everything. They don't know the tunnel vision I'm potentially missing. Yeah. Eventually, I will just tunnel vision. For the name I'm still trying to remember. It's the method where you go through every variation of an outbreak, basically, to try and find it. And sadly, not another Abra. The one Austin John basically came up, or like, I think named. Do I have question marks? I do have Pokeball Floette. For I think the same reason as... Yeah, that's all. That's why I'm leaving it till last until I absolutely have to use it. Wait. Bunslocks? Oh, none of them. Also, weirdly, I knew what you meant. Yeah, I do have Pokeball Vivillon from when the event was originally released. Annoyingly, I wish they just released that, but it is specifically an event one. Just the one, because I got it from the event years ago. Unfortunately, I don't have any spares. And if I were to get any spares, I know they'd be fake at this point. Just very luckily, I got it when it was released. Which, funnily enough, I still love this comment and will still bring it up. Someone be like, oh, it's very convenient that you have all of those. Like, how come you can't explain how to get them or how you got them? And I'm sitting there thinking, mate, I am like... I've been playing this game literally since I was conscious of being able to play it. Like, the game is as old as me, and the first game I picked up was Pokemon Yellow on the Game Boy Color. I'm not going to be able to have recordings of everything from back then. But it was just so funny seeing that comment. I was like, you believe what you want to believe. You can just go be angry in your own section of the internet. It's funny. It was like, oh, what was the other one? Oh, it was just somewhat like a baseless claim. And it's like, how does this... That's who I thought it was. Yeah. They got through a trade. And as long as everything lines up, like there's OTs and dates and stuff. Like as long as it's within the date range for the right game and the right OT. Most likely legit. Or you have to trust it's legit. They can't always be gen, but at some point it's like, just... If it seems legit, take it as legit. Yeah, someone on... I think it was my Shiny Gen 9 short that was related to it. No, it was on my original Living Dex short. They went, oh, it's probably just a Gen Living Dex. It's like... Yeah, sure. Whatever. Yeah, the level 100 could be valid because it can always be trained. That's why I say the game's origin, the trainer, and the date range that it was received. They're the only things that will generally say static. Yeah, back to that comment. I shouldn't find it funny because they're trying to attack me, but it's like, why do you think anyone would spend hours... One, faking a whole Living Dex video and spending hours and hours editing an over an hour-long video to fake it, and then gen over 1,000 Pokemon. Like, who outside of someone professionally unemployed has the time to do that? Yeah, which is a safe way to think about it. But it's also one of those, like, if it doesn't make a difference, then ignorance is bliss at the same time. It depends how you want to work it. I kind of work off that mindset of, like, if I didn't catch it or receive it from an event, I don't count it as mine. Sort of thing. Like, I don't count it as real. Yeah, Pokemon Beginner isn't actually all that hard to get. And it's so worth it. I love its pattern. Especially, like, my one finally has come out of bank and makes an appearance in the Meloetta video as well. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I guess the way I phrase it is, if I can't tell us, like, at least recount a basic version of the circus, like, say some of them were just years ago, and it's like, I think I got it from this event. Like, a Victini I've got was made just randomly because Gen 5 was a very iffy period. I got lucky just checking Mystery Gift one day and noticed there was a Victini that wasn't the Liberty Pass Victini that I got from way back then. Like, that kind of, like, minimum version of a story of like a guess of what event I got it from. Otherwise, it might as well be fake to me. Yeah, because one of the things... Okay, so I've also had thoughts on champions, and I think I explained this in my reaction video. But I like... Obviously, if you were to guess, I like telling stories. And one of the reasons I like champions as a concept is the idea of like you have a team that you take through a playthrough, and logically you probably will never touch that team unless you play that game again. Which once a game is kind of like, I guess, not the most recent or like main game that everyone's playing. Any down here? Nope. Then they just kind of sit there and do nothing, and I do the same. I've done the exact same with my living decks. Like anything I've caught from my living decks, I know most likely, shinies included, will sit in there unless I need them for shots and videos or something, and that's specifically like for shinies. Otherwise I just catch them in the game, and they're just like the ones from my living deck stay in home. Oh my god, just let me climb this. But what is nice is I don't want to use Sneasler. It's so bad. No one likes using Sneasler. But yeah, once they go at home, I feel like now they will almost like graduate out of those games. Bustavu, Jirachi, Manaphy, Theo, Victini, Hooper, Volcani. What about them? That makes me not get the Pokedex. Yeah, actually, let's go through them because I don't think you will need. I don't think you'll need Sarud. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think you'll need Sarud, so you might be safe on that one. Jirachi and Manaphy. Manaphy can be claimed in PLA, and I know this relies on what games you've got, but this is what is easiest to get them from. Manaphy can be claimed from BDSP, or if you register all of them from... No, Manaphy can be claimed from PLA, or if you register all of them from BDSP, you can get a shiny one from home. So that can give you a Manaphy. And Fion can be bred down. That's easy enough. Or so you can get it from PLA again, or breed it in BDSP if you get that Manaphy from doing the living decks, or like from doing the game decks from it. Victini, it's a pain. Unfortunately, it just hasn't been released all that often. You can get it if from the DNS events and transfer it up from the Gen 5 games to Bank. I should really be looking through outbreaks on to explain this. From Bank to home, and that's how you can get Victini. Hooper is a pain, and Volcanion is a pain. They just haven't been released all that often, and the Gen 6 mythicals, so you need events for them. Unfortunately, that is how they are. Megaena, you can get through a QR code in Sun and Moon. Zero Aura, it is just a pain. I'm sorry. Marshadow is kind of the same. So that's as much help as I can give you with those mythicals. Yeah, Jirachi you can get from BDSP. Sorry, that I was distracted by talking about Manaphy. You can get Jirachi and Mew from BDSP. No, I was just talking generally. If you want to get the Pokeball Megaena, that's what I do to get those legendaries and mythicals. Yeah, so you're covered with Genesect as well. Although that's one you can get from the DNS events. Again, and annoyingly, it relies for those on having some of the older games, which are just expensive. So it's either you've invested your time or you need to invest a lot of money to get the dexes at this point. They're making it easier, I'll give them that, but it does still rely on money. But just not as much. Because you can go for like Keldeo and stuff from the Sword and Shield DLCs. Or the shiny one from completing Sword and Shield. Oh no, wait. I forget what one Keldeo's from. Yeah. Pokemon Go is great for them, to be fair. Yeah, they do still have paid events, but for like more recent games, they are actually great for getting those mythicals. Because Pokemon Go releases mythicals more often than obviously the base games doing events. Which, as much as I can not like those games, they are great for not gatekeeping that sort of stuff as much. There was an error in the event that you had to pay, or? Oh! I did not realise that. And that's why I should play Pokemon Go more than I do. But for me, it was like, once I got Shiny Meltan and Shiny Melmetal, I was out. Which I still need to make shorts about them. Because I kind of like tick them off in my Shiny deck once I've made like the shorts and videos about them. Yeah, I assume stuff like that, they will be straight on. Like, I think the annoying one is they've released Shiny Lock Legends that are only able to be gotten in those games. But also, they wouldn't count specifically towards the Shiny decks I'm working on because of the Origin clause. Yeah, that's frustrating. The fact that it can only be used in Sword and Shield and in the Let's Go games. I give them that because they can be transferred straight into the Let's Go games. Which I would recommend if you don't want in home for them to have that giant Pokemon Go symbol. Transfer them through the Let's Go games and it will remove that symbol because it'll count them from Let's Go. Oh, it's broken reset. That's weird. I assumed it was some form of glitch. Yeah, I might need to keep up with more Pokemon Go news if that's the case. Like, I assumed they were right on top of that sort of stuff, but apparently not. Also, the fact that they released, I think it was Shiny Zacian and Zamazenta. Like, that's the only way they've ever been released. Very annoyingly, and I don't think they'll ever release them from Gala, so I think they'll just be impossible to get, given my rule set. Saying, well, unless ZA changes it, because ZA seems like it is going to be... Is it Kalos? Yeah, it is Kalos. I was thinking, Unova, Kalos, it's Gen 6, so it's Kalos. I did see those before, but I didn't know how they worked. I might have to get... Well, actually, to be fair, I don't actually care about the land trio all that much if it's from those. Yeah, the shiny dogs. To be fair, the shiny dogs I didn't actually care all that much about because you can get them from the DNS event for free. And they're from Johto, and that is like the main thing I care about. Yeah, it's just annoying that the only way the dogs have ever... Oh, sorry, did you mean the dogs as in Zacian Zamazenta? I might have been mixed. Surely I'm too far away from something. That was the app. That was the app. Yeah. So it took me a second to connect that there are multiple dogs at this point. And the fact that those are beasts and not dogs from Johto. Yeah. I will forever be annoyed, and also not because, like I say, if they're not from Gala, I don't actually care. Yeah. If I can recommend you Shiny Hunt in the Let's Go games, partially because I love Shiny Hunting in them. They're such fun games to Shiny Hunt in. It's not for everyone, I'll give it that much. Yeah, mainly because Pokemon Go is the only way to evolve Meltan. So you can get Shiny Meltan from doing the Sword and Shield Living Dex. But you just can't evolve it. Which, it's annoying that they haven't given it a core game evolution method. Like, they let you put it into Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Go had candies, but no way to get Meltan candies. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Why am I thinking so? Yeah, you are right. It is the Kanto Dex. Because I don't know. I mean that they didn't do Shiny Mew, but I guess Shiny Mew is also weirdly sacred to Game Freak and the Pokemon Company, so they wouldn't just give it out that easily. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not Living Dex. Living Dex is how I was planning to do it video-wise, because I do want to do. It's basically gonna be, if I ever do it for a video, which Meltan is not one that I'm particularly bothered about getting, but if there's ever times that I want to go back and play those games, then I'm going to do kind of a Professor Rogue challenge with it. Isn't there a shiny Mew through home? No? Yeah. Beta's got it. There's not a shiny way through home. There is. Is there a way through home? Not through home, I'm thinking like any method to get it. I think in every version it is shiny locked where you can get it. Like the one from BDSP. The Jirachi and Mew events are shiny locked, which is kind of backwards because so many other legends in those games aren't shiny locked. Like the Shaman I got at the start of the year is a legend from the game and a mythical from that game that isn't shiny locked. You can get shiny Regis from those games. You can get the box legendary shiny locked because they were faithful, but the new stuff they added like Jirachi and Mew, they shiny locked. Yeah, it's anything past Gen 6 pretty much assume all legendaries are shiny locked, which is why it was weird for BDSP being a relatively modern game for them to not be shiny locked, but also I'm so grateful they did it that way. And also the Dynamax adventures, they're not shiny locked, which is people's way of getting a lot of the legendaries. And also how I have my shiny Lugia that I got from the Living Dex video, and even before that I got a shiny Mewtwo when I was, funnily enough, doing raids with my friend. I was just like, you know what, let's just do them because it just seems fun, and it was like lockdown time. Yeah, I think I actually got a Shadow Lugia from that one that I then purified and actually ended up being like, it may have been a perfect Lugia or near enough perfect. No worries, I think I've probably got another like 20 minutes odd in me before I pop off as well. Yeah, that was like, when that Lugia event was going out was when I got my... obviously when I got that Lugia, but also when I was like mainly playing Pokemon Go. That wouldn't have been when I went in. Yeah, I was going to say, I went into a mini report time for you there. Which, okay, I will. Let's go into, where are I? Nope, different song. Yeah, there we go. Let's go into explaining a bit of this list. So you'll notice down here, there are Dialga and Palkia. They are shiny locked in PLA. You can't get them shiny. But... oh. I did not see that, thankfully, because it didn't appear on screen. But... I can... ban that. There we go. Thank you for pointing that out for me. And thankfully it didn't show up on screen. But, back to the explanation. Ursaluna not shiny locked, because you can get Teddiursa as a shiny and evolve it into Ursaluna. Same with Cleavor, same with Weirdia, Lilligant, Arcanine, Basket Legion. These are Braviary. But these two, you can get the origin forms shiny, but it requires you to use BDSP and their lack of shiny locks. So I am still going to have them from Sinnoh, but in the origin forms. No, the only ones I've got so far are the Decidueye, Voltorb, and a female Sneasel so far. Towards the challenge. I have others, but they're the only ones towards the challenge. So these two, I'm going to have to hunt in BDSP. And I have that already set up to go when we get there. And then what I'm going to do... Oh, not in general. Nowhere near. I have every Gen 9 shiny, and I'm working through Kanto shinies. And the others are very sporadic. They are in G-Max Adventures, but also so they can be part of my shiny decks, and it's not like, because I consider if I get them from G-Max Advent or Dynamax Adventures or whatever they're called, I consider them similar to like Meloetta, where I have the shiny, but it's not part of the decks, and I'd rather make dex progress because they are forms that I would have to get anyway. I have a Porygon Z that I got while I was getting Game Boy Icon Pokemon, and I transferred it up, and one of my Porygon happened to be shiny. Lapras is one that I haven't hunted yet, but it's going to be coming up at some point, but that's towards the end of a Kanto Dex. Yeah, true. I haven't looked at the most recent outbreaks, but once I got every Gen 9 shiny, I then had no reason to kind of go for them while they're in Paldea, because with the origin clause, they won't count. But yeah, I'm basically using this as an excuse to get those from Sinnoh, because that is technically their origin region, because that was the earliest game they were in, from what I'm counting. They could count from Hisui, but you can't get them in Hisui. So I'm going to be hunting them in Sinnoh, so I can get them. Also, I'm planning down the line to do a shiny Gen 4 video, because I can also get shiny Manaphy now if I do a shiny Gen 4 Living Dex. Getting every shiny in Scarlet and Violet, I could do, and I've done a lot of them, but they wouldn't count towards my shiny deck, so it feels like a little bit of a waste of time for me doing it, considering I wouldn't count them. A video about Gen 4 shinies, because I feel like did Johnstone do a Gen 4 shiny video? I feel like that's what I'm thinking of. Also, I should just be looking for my own shinies while we're talking about this. Let's get some chill vibes on while we're coming towards the end-ish of the stream. Oh, no, none of the Oshawott. If I've got time, I'm coming back for those Oshawott. Yeah, there's a great video about that one. Chat. People should go watch if they haven't seen it already. There's also gonna be one coming up from a little content creator that he's just really chugging away through. Now, it's awesome. Ten Pokemon that need what ones are they? So I'm trying to rack my brain. I can imagine Fairthrough are gonna be a good chunk of them. Oh, sorry, yeah, if you're talking about like non-Switch game ones, then obviously Patrat is also coming back in ZA. People haven't hyped that up enough. Another Pokemon is coming back and is not locked to DS or Pokemon Go. It's like Blitzel and Zeb Striker coming back. So we're slowly coming through. Also, Fairthrough, that, I mean, if you saw my reaction to the reveal, Fairthrough is coming back, which means you can get not only the shiny forms, but just it's not locked to Pokemon Go and like being region specific. So you can get the trims. I can finally get the trims with my own trainer ID. And it also means the hours I spent getting Enamorous to trade for some of those trims would have been wasted. But yeah, and I was so excited. Patrat, it took me a while to get excited for it because I just completely forgot that it was locked to like other games before someone pointed it out. I think it was on like Blue Sky or like YouTube community post or something. But Patrat and Watchog, I'm happy are back in. And Fairthrough, I was happy with immediately as soon as I saw it. Which, that's going to go on the list of, like, I might have to shiny hunt every trim. Like, that's definitely going on the list. Alchemy is one that I still want to do, and I think I've said that this is, like, an intrusive thought I constantly have of, like, I want to shiny hunt enough Alchemy to get every form. And that would be a video in its own right. Oh, let's go Sevi Islands would have been great. You're not wrong there. There's not one around here. That felt like... Yeah. Unfortunate timing. Not a great one there. The only way that would have got me is if I was, like, closer to, like, the underground bit. But yeah. I mean, you probably saw... If you scrolled anywhere through, like, the Discord or, like, see my post... You saw that I rarely want like a let's go to, just some other region, just to allow me to hunt. Thank you. Oh yeah, all alchemy forms would be, so they're sort of hunts that I'd want to do. Fairthrough would probably be, or could be, a stream project. But stuff like the Gen 4 shiny decks and alchemy forms would be like an off-stream project that I just do like chipping away at. That needs to... God damn the app! That was the app. Yeah, I take it a step further because one thing I love your mindset of like you need to make stuff to track it because that's what I love doing. Annoyingly, if I would have tracked the shiny Meloeth, yeah. I checked it. It's 29 seconds ago. This is everything's out to get. I'm out to get me. I'm gaslighting myself in multiple ways. Yeah, I love your mindset of like you need to make stuff to track things and also be able to like tell the differences. Because even while I'm writing scripts, I make like spreadsheets and that to be able to like stay away from the Misfortune Sister. To be able to like have checkboxes which auto updates counters so I know like progress towards different things. And like I say, if I would have been smarter...
Can you catch every Pokemon obtainable later?
Every Pokemon obtainable? Do you mean like in a specific game or just in general? Because I've kind of done that between all my videos so far. Like the Living Dex plus... Oh, every shiny. That's going to be between every shiny and Scarlet Valley. I could... But it seems pointless given how I've set up my Living Dex because it's more of the same but a bit boring. Because it's just going to be like, I made sandwiches, I found this again, I made sandwiches, I found this again. Because it was hard enough to make that interesting the first time. Which is why I think it's more interesting if I go for them in other games. Also, the fact that I have the origin clause is kind of put in there to make like other videos more interesting. Because technically I could hunt more of like Gen 1, 2, 3, 4, like all the gens within... Oh, wait. That's all of them, so I'm going to go to Oshawott. I could hunt them all in Scarlet and Violet and it would be quick. There is no doubt Scarlet and Violet will be quicker than most games to find a lot of them in. But because I have the origin clause, it forces me to also play different games. And the fact that Scarlet and Violet, after a while, like, I have fun playing against, but I have to come back to them. Otherwise, they can get very monotonous, and some of those longer hunts really... The obvious ones that got to me was the tandem mouse hunt. You can... Again, I don't know when you dropped in, but you can hunt that in Ultra Sun and Moon with a QR code. Oh, and it's ended, so I can't even go to the Oshawa one. Yeah, you can hunt that in Ultra Sun and Moon with a QR code, and it's meant to be shiny locked, but also it's not. Yeah, that is also another reason. Yeah. Part of the reason also I thought hunting those, like, just the Gen 9 shiny ones is, yes, they're from Paldea, but also it means every other one that is available in those games, there are only harder methods to get them in. Unless it definitely took its toll. That was unfortunate with me loading. That was a 50-hour hunt to get that form. And it was 20 minutes of that video, if I remember rightly. Like, it was a massive chunk. And if it weren't for the way that I wanted to put that video together, I would have just cut that right down. But the reason I did it is I wanted to put the whole journey together so you could see, like, all 15, I think. I think it might have ended up, like, me getting it around 20 minutes, so you might be right there. Like, semi-PTSD, try and forget it, to be honest. The funny thing is, I did the lookup table method, which is how I change the colours. So it wasn't all that contrasty, it just boosted the blues and oranges. And like I kind of mentioned in the video, it was like looking for the lack of them. But you definitely need... The reason I mentioned those other methods is because I was looking for every way to try and make that hunt easier. And someone mentioned that they just messed with, like, the TV settings and it helped them. I was like, oh, that makes sense. So I did that, and then I went into more, like, video production techniques to make it easier, which is why I also included that. I was like, if you happen to have a capture card like me, which more people nowadays seem to have capture cards, even if, like, they don't stream or anything. It's hard, but also if you were here from, like, early on, which I don't think many people were here before I started my shiny decks, I was very reluctant to want to start a shiny decks because I was like, it's going to be such a long challenge. But the reason I came around to wanting to do a shiny decks rather than just, like, doing random shiny hunts was weirdly the fact that it was gonna be long hunts and it was gonna be long projects, and I thought of ways to make it just more interesting content wise, because I had the idea of doing it, like, just in shorts. It's now kind of evolved to, like, outside of shorts, and, like, every bit of content comes as part of it. I will try and still make shorts that, like, clue people in, so everything should be contained within shorts. But, like, you know, like, all of Shiny Gen 9, the long video is part of it, but there is a short about it. Victini is also... Yeah, Victini annoyingly isn't obtainable. Like, I think that should have been what they did instead of... what one was it? There's two that are just weird. Honestly, Victini potentially could have been what they did for Let's Go. Because Meltan is a bit of an odd choice to just do on its own. Or just something. They should have put a way to get Victini. Potentially, that could... Okay, that could be a ZA, like, complete that Pokedex reward. I could start doing tomorrow if I wanted to. It just gave me... Okay, that thought process right there is why I sort of started streaming, because I love the production side. It's afternoon despite obtainable since Shiny Battle Bond is obtainable. Shiny Battle Bond isn't obtainable because Battle Bond is a specific event ability that isn't hidden or a second ability. So, Shiny Battle Bond Sprite might be available. Shiny actually getting it in Pokemon form isn't. So, the Shiny Sprite maybe. But I doubt it just because it's not being possible. Yeah, back to what you were saying, Mega. Like, everything's set up. I love production stuff, and I made all like my streaming setup well before I had any idea of starting to stream. Just because I found it fun to do. And I think I've also said this before, but while we're talking about it, I happen to be between jobs, but like leaving one job to go to another, and was being paid on garden leave before I joined one. So I was like, okay. I was working on a living dex at the time, mainly because my brother-in-law started, and I was like, you know what, that sounds fun. I'll start doing a living dex myself. I was doing the BDSP sections at the time. The feckin' app. Oh, the app got a good one there. Because I didn't look over the ledge. And it's a nose pass down there. But yeah, so my brother-in-law got me to start doing the living dex, and I started streaming it just because I was like, let's just see if my internet was good enough was the main thing. And it happened to be I did a couple streams, a couple of people popped in and became a bit more regular, which is what kept me going. And then the video did well, and I got a bit of an audience from that, and that kind of like just kept it going from there, which is when I started doing like all like the alchemy forms on stream, which is when Ray and Ruby were coming in and things like that. From the event in Scarlet and Violet, but not the sprite actually, so just So do you mean if you transfer it? Well, I'm assuming it might work like some other shinies that I've got that I transferred in, and I have other forms, even though it's not possible. So if you transfer in like a shiny Greninja, will it show you all of the shiny forms? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you mean. I didn't get the Ray Greninja, but I just have a shiny Greninja from my Teal Mask playthrough. I forget which one I did. Empoleon was the Indigo Disc. I think it was a Teal Mask. Oh yeah. Funnily enough, the reason I did the shiny Gen 9 Dex was because, like, looking on the back end for like SEO and stuff, I just typed in the word Living Dex just to see like what related search terms were like good for it while I was doing one of the videos. And my name, like my username, happened to pop up as one of these suggested like matching terms, like Paneye Living Dex. I was like, so do people search me up for Living Dex stuff? I was like, okay, I can kind of do stuff that I still want to do and do Living Dex stuff because I enjoy doing the Living Dex stuff. But I can also shiny hunt, and that's where the idea for like hunting all of shiny Gen 9 came in. And it seems to be doing well compared to like the rest of the stuff. Rather than just like trying to hit very timely like DLC releases. It was just happened to work, and I was like, oh, I could do more of this and still enjoy it. Was there a shiny Battle Bond? I don't remember there being a shiny Battle Bonk Greninja is the thing from Sword and Shield. Mainly because that was a Mega Evolution, and the only way you were able to get it was I think it was Sun and Moon. Is that the Sun and Moon or Kalos? So you can breed down that ability, is that what you're saying? Because if you can breed down that ability, that is kind of insane. Because I have that version in home. If that's what you're saying, that might be a hunt that I do in the background. Yeah, no, Becca, I'm there. Like, this is why I kind of... I love the little community we're building. Because we all have different sects of knowledge on stuff. And I would never have realized that. Like, I need to try that. I might actually... Well, we're about, like, the 2-hour mark now. Let's go check this last one. And then I'm gonna go into home. I trust you, but I just, like... I need to see for myself for it to fully, like, settle in. Because that's exciting. If it's possible. Like, obviously, you can't battle bond it, but it can have the ability. So, potentially, ZA has Mega Evolution. I could throw it into ZA. Yeah, no, I'm assuming kind of like Own Tempo Rockruff is breedable. Because it's kind of that same thing. Like, Own Tempo Rockruff, it's not a hidden or second ability. And that is breedable down. It just gets its base ability. So the ability isn't breedable. Okay, anyway. I'm just going to see if it's transferable regardless. And also see what it says. But, also, we can just appreciate that I got one shiny today. And I don't care if it's just one. It's friggin' shiny Electivire. It's the boy. Is it? Yeah, there will be, because that seems very niche. Don't say the Pokemon cannot breed at all. Oh, don't exit out. Let's save. And let's do some sleuthing. Gonna get technical. Let's load up home. Because like I say, I've transferred it up. So I have one in here, and we'll see if it can go into Sword and Shield for a start. And then if it can, I'm going to see if it says it has to change abilities, which it might also. Because if it does, it'll say if the ability changes to something. If it doesn't, then it'll be worth seeing if it can breed down at some point off stream. But let's see. So, let's go in the shield save. Also, why does... my home has music for some reason. Oh god, this is terrible for me. Let's get rid of my camera for a second so you can see the other side of it. Again, that would kind of make sense just from how they've worked stuff previously. God, you gotta go so far back. Also, you'll kind of get to see like what shinies I've got, because it's like every other box contains my shinies. If you've ever been curious, at some point I will go through it all. Oh, Greninja was after this, wasn't it? Next, Braviary, Genesect. There we go. So that one's Battle Bonk. That says no. This Pokemon can't be moved into this game, so it can't go into Sword and Shield. But in Scarlet Violet, you said, I wanted to start Sword and Shield just to see. I'm going to like the games that it could potentially be. Yeah, no, I know you said Scarlet Violet. I'm just going to, like, each sequentially. So now let's load up Scarlet. And like I say, when I move it in, it'll also tell me, like, abilities-wise, if it'll change. I mean, is it gonna tell me what it'll change to? Because it's annoying. I don't want to risk it losing Battle Bond. Because they've got exclamation marks. I don't... Oh, because they can't have Bubble, apparently. Okay. Weird. Oh, because Bubble isn't a move in more recent gens. I forget about that. Yeah, that... I'm like... I know it will also... So I'm going to do that very quickly. I'm going to move my Shiny Greninja into home and then move it out. Just to see if it'll show a Shiny Sprite. But then if anyone else has a Battle Bond Greninja that they want to move into Scarlet Violet. Because I want to see also, like, if it's got the shiny form. Because if you move any shiny version of a Pokemon into home, it'll show you all of the shiny forms in a dex, even if you don't have them. I mainly saw that from the gender variants. When I moved in Venusaur but didn't have the female, it still showed me shiny female form. That's what I was imagining, because they do that a bit more aggressively now. Let's see. So let's go Kalos, Greninja. Yeah, they don't. It'll show me the shiny there, but it doesn't specifically have a shiny. Yeah, like I say, no Sprite, annoyingly. And I don't want to risk moving it into Scarlet Violet. If I get... Okay. Somewhere down the line. Oh, yeah, I'd assume that much. Because there's no Mega Evolution kind of equivalent. Is there... No. So yeah, somewhere down the line, I will probably get another... Wait, no. How did you get Battle Bond? I'm trying to remember now. Battle Bond Ninja. Was that one of the demo ones? Outside of Battle... Tell me how to get it. Caught another Pokemon. Ash Greninja, high based. Yeah, it was a Sun and Moon demo, which... That may still be possible if I get another game to send it to that. And Terra Radio. So if somewhere down the line I get another copy and I can send one from the demo by hopefully resetting it. Wait, Terra Raid. I think I did that Terra Raid. Let me check. I may have been like chat and crap this whole time. I may actually have it. Also, I've been playing Legends Arceus and left myself on Pokemon Scarlet on Twitch this whole time. I'm gonna need to check this. Because now you're saying it, it's ringing a bell with the fact that I might have this Greninja. And of course the Arceus music starts playing when I load up Scarlet Violet. And I'm realising I could have checked in Pokemon Home now. But it's funner to check in Scarlet. Oh, sorry. My pretty... Ah, you flatter me too much. You flatter me too much. So let's see. Raids. Demo raid Pokemon. Mightiest marks. That's show me in nature. But... No, that one was... So, unless it was a different one. Yeah, so the mightiest mark one they did was Protean. A Blueberry Cardamom. Okay, so it's one that I've missed. Oh, so close to having a decent one. Okay, wait. No, I think I'm understanding you. Apologies, I am very slow and not feeling great. But I think, if I'm right, you're saying kind of like you can get specific own tempo rock rough, outbreaks, and even dens in Sword and Shield, which is how you'd get it there. You're saying there are terror raids in the Blueberry Academy that will have Greninja as the raid with a small chance for it to be Battle Bond. Is that the bit I'm getting right? I'm hoping so. Because that will be something that I may have to look for. No? So it's not just an all-time... Is it specifically an event one then? That we just missed? Because that will also mean the event is now locked and you can't get it. Oh, okay. I try to make some way for me to try and hunt this because it would be such a unique shiny to have. I'm definitely gonna... Okay. It's interesting. You give me something to look up after stream. I will find out all of this. Because that would be... I like the ability ones. Because there are two that I want. One will be that Battle Bond Greninja for its unique ability. But the other one is Dusk Form Lycanroc. Specifically because that one is so awkward to get. You can get it in an Outbreak, which is hard to get. But also you can get outbreaks of own tempo rock rough, which make it a bit easier. Events don't work with time, they work off the server. So imagine this is also if you ever get a good raid event and you don't want it to like expire. One, don't connect to the internet so it never pulls an update down to tell it that that event isn't valid. And two, don't let the day go past when the event... Well, you can let the day go past when the event is available. But if you have a specific raid or outbreak that you want, don't let the day go to the next day. And if you do, don't save, move the date back, and then load the game up again and it'll still be there. Yeah, the events are always shiny locked unless it was the Gimme Ghoul event, which is how I ended up with... I think I still have more. Yeah, which is how I ended up with these. I think these are shiny. That one's normal. That one's shiny, which you can't even tell. But that's how I ended up with that one, because that is one of the few events, other than the ones that were guaranteed, because this wasn't shiny locked and you could hunt it, and... Where are you? I have you somewhere. Mightiest raid team. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, and the Black Rayquaza was a guaranteed shiny from the raids. So they, as far as I know, Terror Raid wise, are the only ones that haven't been shiny locked. Otherwise, they've been shiny locked. I don't know about the breeding. He is such a good shiny, and he's always been a favourite, and I would love to hunt him in Aurus at some point. But I'm going to need a separate save for that because I want to keep my original save as he is. But he's such a good boy. Yeah, he's so worth. He was so worth getting that I got him twice. Yeah, I think that's going to be about it for today. Oh, also, I think this was one you wanted to go for before, which was the shiny Munchlax from... with the crafty mark from Kitakami. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Because I have one Nintendo account, but I have Scarlet and Violet, I could get 2 versions. Also, my code's still going. So you can get it twice. Also, if you have someone hosting the event that doesn't have online, but it's locally, or just someone you can play with. So you, like, I could host it for myself if I still had the raid, but play with some of my, like, non-online accounts. I could get multiple of them as well. Talking about, like, raids specifically. Yeah, it's the weird workaround, and I try not to do it a ton because it does feel like I'm just, like, generating shinies, but I like to have at least 2, which is how I ended up with, like, where are they? Where's my Legends box? Yeah, my legendaries. It's how I ended up with a Walk and Wake and Iron Leaves for my game plus my Living Dex because I used my Scarlet version to get another copy of them, which they're coming out soon as well. So if you know someone with online who can host a raid for you, hopefully you can get your version because I know you're missing them. But that's going to be about it for today. And if you're wondering why I'm here, I'm recording B-roll while I'm editing video. Yeah, I'm going to... Also, I think you sent me stuff through on Discord, didn't you? That is my notification, my dashboard. I made Megas. Ooh, that Zygon Mega actually looks really good, that isn't. I like the mix of the snake and the Gundam. The home jail. I'm seeing what you just sent. What were... Yeah. Yeah, if you can send me... what is it? No, on home. Next. Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, if you can send me a rough, like, breakdown if there's anything I need to do specifically my end, because I've got the premium privileges. Then yeah, otherwise, it's been a pretty fun day. One shiny, but it's a shiny that I'm super happy with. Nothing towards that list. So... Feck. I haven't actually got... No, wait. No. There we go. I was trying to sort that out a while ago. I need to figure out I just need to set that up basically. Right now there's just no extra permissions I can give to people specifically. Like maybe, I mean, I could do that. I do have accounts that are up to that point. So potentially I could also work towards them. Yeah, Mega, you can think of stuff that could be benefits in there. Otherwise, I think that's the only reason I haven't set them up in the Discord is I can't think of reasons for people to, like, have those roles. Like, they are all assigned on the back end, just so you know that. Like, it's all pretty much set up if people have their accounts linked. There's just, like, no extra benefits to them. The only thing I was going to do a while ago, just because it's something I do as well, like, I play Minecraft and, like, on the side. Bit of an addiction, so I was, like, going to set up a server and give, like, subscribers and maybe, like, some select, like, original people who were here from the beginning, some access to that, or, like, a whitelist. Otherwise, yeah, if you've got any ideas, throw them my way. I'm happy to look into them. But, other than that, cheers for sticking with me. And I'm gonna, while I've mentioned this while I'm editing the video, I'm gonna try and do at least like one stream a week. I haven't been feeling great, which is why this is shorter. I do want to try and get like a 4-hour-ish long stream minimum, just so there's like at least one decent stream a week if I can't do multiple. But other than that, I will let you know if I'm gonna jump on at some point or when I'm gonna jump on next week. And for now, I'll catch you all in a bit.